Yes, indeed. What's going on, world? What's the damn deal, man? This is Junior the Truth. Thank you so much for tuning in to yet another episode of the Smoke City MobCast, man, presented by the LDBC Lions Den Boxing Community. Thank you so much once again, man. We really truly appreciate you for coming on in here and rocking out with us. And what's understood needs no explanation, man. We put together another dope show for you, of course. And you got, the brothers from the LDBC. We're here. We want to encourage you to go on over to the website, man, and visit the website's housed at www.ldbcsports.com. Go on over there, man, create a free profile, interact with us. You can catch us there, as well as every Wednesday, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in the Smoke City Mobcast, man. So we gonna get right to it, man. We are gonna get right to it. 78 Sports, what's going on, bro?
What's up, bro?
Man, you got it, man. Tell the people how they can how they can follow you, family.
Follow me at Facebook at Kevin Nash. You can follow me on YouTube at 78 Sports TV, and also at LDBCsports.com. You can catch me there at 78 Sports TV.
Yes, sir. Now we're gonna stay here with you for 1 second, man, because we got this hot off the press, this breaking news with Deontay Wilder and his interview over at the Boxing Voice, and I wanted you to go in there and talk about that real quick, man. Set us off with that.
Okay, well, we found out for sure Wilder's not going to the UK. He's not going to let Eddie Hearn use him, and Deontay Wilder had an agreement with Sky Sports when they first hired him. Okay, Sky Sports hired him to do a show and to call the fight and between Joshua and Parker. And Wilder said, I'll do it under one condition. I'll do it under the condition that after the fight, I'll be allowed in the ring to stare down Anthony Joshua and tell him to his face that I'm going to knock his ass out. And Sky Sports said, sure, that's no problem. So then Wilder said a couple weeks later, he got a phone call from his manager telling him that wouldn't be allowed to happen because Anthony Joshua was uncomfortable with that situation. Now, so he feels like, well, what the fuck am I going over there for? This man don't want me. I'm being in his country calling the fight, and he got plans on, ignoring me again. Fuck all that. I ain't got time. What am I going over there for? So the new news is Wilder said, look, Eddie Hearn want me to fight Dillian White so bad. Check it. I'll fight Dillian White if you, once again, put Anthony Joshua in the contract, right? Stop throwing Dillian White in my face if you're not going to put Anthony Joshua in the contract, okay? And he said, if you don't want to put Anthony Joshua in the contract, then tell Dillian White to beat Luis Ortiz. If Luis Ortiz gets beaten by Dillian White, I'll fight Dillian White right then and there, regardless of what going on with Joshua. And I think that's a fair offer. Wilder said, hey, at this point, I'm going for, I'm going to keep moving, going for 50-0. I'm going to keep doing other stuff. He says other people to fight. And I'm not going to be chasing Anthony Joshua around the world. If this guy, don't want no smoke, basically.
Wow. Man, that's crazy. That is crazy. Go ahead. Let me take it on over to 503 Line. 503 Line, what's going on, family?
What's going on, Ohio player? How you doing today?
Man, I'm blessed, man. How you feeling, family?
I'm good.
Tell the people how they can follow you.
Oh man, you can follow me on Instagram at Great White 503, 503 Line on YouTube and Twitter, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. So, all right, I want to hear your spill on that, man. What you think about that new news?
I mean, it's great, man. I mean, everything that 78 said is head on, and 78, was the first one to put the video out saying that Wilder shouldn't really go over there, man. And I'm glad Wilder is on that tune. Like, we tired of playing games with these people over there, man. In the UK, Eddie Hearn. It's really Eddie Hearn, man. Anthony Joshua. So it's all good, man. I'm proud of Wilder, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Let me go over to my brother Black Fight Fan TV. What's going on, family?
What's going down, homie?
Man, you got it, family. Tell the people how they can follow you.
You can catch me at Black Fight Fan on Instagram, and you can catch me at Black Fight Fan TV on YouTube, and you can hit me up.
Yes, sir. Now, we got to let you cook. Go ahead and tell me what you think about that in that interview and that new news with Deontay Wilder.
Oh, man, it's It's all good. I mean, it's music to my ears, man. At this point, I've been sold on the fact that Anthony Joshua just don't want no problems with. He don't want to fight Deontay Wilder. You know, like I said earlier, it's like you guys talk about business. These guys is talking about the business. You know, okay, it's about the business. Well, the business is the reason why you making strategic business moves is because you don't want to fight this dude because you are afraid that this guy can take something from you. If you was a full, confident, young, hungry lion champion, then you would be willing to fight the best. You know, it's a situation with Joshua where you can make that argument for Eddie Hearn. You can say, okay, well, Eddie Hearn don't want this guy to fight. You can make those arguments for promoters, but you can't make that argument when the fighter himself is talking like a promoter. You understand what I'm saying? It makes no sense. If the promoter's saying that, I understand that. But if the fighter is saying that, the guy is clearly afraid. And Joshua said it again today. He said it again. I'm beginning to get more confident in my abilities. He said that again today in front of the people at his weigh-ins. I'm beginning to get. What the hell do you mean you beginning to get more confident? You got 3 belts. You understand what I'm saying? 2 if you want to, play games, but you got 3 belts, homie. What do you mean you beginning to be confident? That's poppycock to me, bro. That's balderdash. That's complete nonsense talk. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm tired of going in circles with these people. It's not a situation to where it's like these. And I mean, to be honest with you, and I ain't trying to shine, but it's like when I'm talking to these UK people, it's like a weaker dude, a weaker vessel is kind of like trying to just is kind of teasing. And I say this to all the brothers, we've done an astonishing job with what we've done for Wilder. We can keep pushing that, and Wilder don't need this dude. This is one fight. This is one guy. We can maneuver around and keep him growing and build his profile here in the country. Bigger than even if we don't even max out the potential of Wilder in the States, he can make great money in the States, man. And I'm for that, man. I'm tired of Joshua. I think he's weird. I'm gonna be honest with you. If Joshua lived where I came from, he'd be dead. I'm just saying, dudes like that get killed, like playing games and acting all funny style and acting all weird and acting bully type with certain dudes, and then this dude right here you scared of and talking sideways. I decided I don't feel dudes like that. Every piece of energy off of him to me is he's a punk. You understand what I'm saying? And I ain't feeling that, man. So it's just like I'm glad that Wilder is getting off of that. And all money ain't good money, and I'm tired of giving all these dudes shine and letting these dudes have platforms. I want them dudes to crawl back into their hole, because without that dude and without them belts, them people are completely irrelevant to me. I didn't see them 5 years ago, and I don't want to see them no more. I'm tired of it, and it is what it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Black Horse. Oh, hold on 1 second before I come to you, Black Horseman. Shout out to Greg Wyatt. Shout out to Lance Bangs, and shout out to City Alliance, man, over in the super chat. We really truly appreciate you, family. Black Horseman, what's going on, family?
We're good, man. Chilling. What's going on, Junior Truth?
Man, ain't nothing to it, man. Ain't nothing to it at all, man. Tell the people how they can follow you, family.
BlackHorsePromotions.com. Y'all go to my YouTube channel, subscribe, and I got all my links to all my social media on my homepage.
Yes, sir. And you over there working, boy. Do work, man. Now tell me, man, how you feel about this situation with Deontay Wilder opting not to go over to the UK?
I commend Wilder, man. He got so much support and love here, man, and I'm glad that he's not allowing Eddie Hearn to psychologically play mind games with him and bait him into a situation that's going to make him uncomfortable. He didn't prove everything he needed to prove, so, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know that this is the biggest fight in heavyweight division, so by them stalling and playing games, they're just making themselves look more stupid out there. So Deontay Wilder just needs to stand his ground and just keep doing him, and we're gonna support him regardless.
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Okay, my brother, Southside Boxing. Southside. What's up, family?
What's going on with y'all, man? What it do?
Man, you got it, man. You got it. Tell the people how they can follow you, Southside.
Oh man, y'all can follow me right here on YouTube at Southside Boxing 601. Southside Boxing 601, right here on YouTube.
Yes, sir. Now I already know this music to your ears, man. So talk to me, man. How you feel about it?
Oh man, I feel good and relieved about it that Wilder's not going to allow himself to be nobody's play toy, nobody's puppet. He's not going to allow Eddie Hearn and those guys to basically micromanage his career. Because if y'all recall, I said it, that it's just all the setup, man. The whole time the man just want the dude to fight Dillian White, man. Somebody who's just purely irrelevant, which I feel Dillian White need to go through at least 2 or 3 fights before he can even think about getting a Wilder fight. Because, I mean, he hasn't fight nobody. He's fought who? Robert Hernandez, Lucas Brown. I feel like he needs to fight Gerald Washington. I feel like he needs to fight Jarrell Miller. And I feel like he needs to fight Luis Ortiz before he even think about mentioning Deontay Wilder's name. Because I'm just sick of these dudes in boxing that these people are hyping up these old weirdos, man. Dudes coming out of nowhere. Dudes ain't really that good. C class at best, and they knock out a bomb and they try to throw these guys in the way for top fighters because they trying to hide their fighter from them. I'm getting sick of that. So I'm glad Deontay Wilder's not going over there and let them boys try to make a fool out of him, man. Because if I was Deontay Wilder, the way he feeling, he about don't want to go over there because he can better slap one of them hoes.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So let me go on over, take it to my brother Santee Wallen. Santee, what's going on, family?
What's up, bro?
Man, you got it, man. Tell the people how they can find you.
The bottom line SW right here on YouTube.
Man, and every time I look at you, boy, you take another chunk out the president's ass, boy. And I appreciate you. I don't even watch CNN. I watch Santee. You
Appreciate that, man.
already. So how you feeling, man? What you think about this situation?
Oh, it's a beautiful day for the sport of boxing. It's a beautiful day for the justice of boxing. Um, people take shit for granted, man. Some of these promoters feel like, you know what? I can do whatever I want to as far as your career because you're gonna sit there like a dog and wait. And Deontay Wilder, pretty much showed that look, I am a man. I got money. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not dictating. You don't move me to the standards of the bullshit that you're talking about because you guys are liars anyway. And then second of all, he has Al Heyman and Lou DiBella, folks that and Shelly Finkel, I believe, people that are in charge of his career and responsible for getting these fights done. He doesn't need Eddie Hearn to take care of his business and to advise him on a goddamn thing. We understand the con move that was moved around in order to put him in an uncomfortable predicament and have this scrub Dillian White all in his motherfucking face, hooting and hollering after you done beat on a bag of beans. You done beat on Lucas Brown. Nobody gives a fuck about Lucas Brown as much as you don't give a fuck about Dillian White. It's about connecting all 4 titles and giving us an undisputed heavyweight champion. This was the closest thing to it. And since they want to play games and fuck up the church's money, I'll tell you something else that kind of gives everything away. It's not the fact that just the videos that we put out here and the possibilities of what we thought was going to go down. Look at how upset that Eddie Hearns is in that interview when he found out that Deontay Wilder wasn't coming over. That said everything. That spoke wonders about his hopes and his bullshit and what he hoped would play in his favor for promotion on his half of things. Fuck this guy. I'm glad that Deontay Wilder is looking at 50-0. He deserves it. He's done what he's supposed to do in this line. Everybody can get an Anthony Joshua fight except for him. He gets these extra created circumstances and things thrown out here in order for him to run up another hurdle and go up another hurdle. Fuck all that. If that's what it has to come to, you can stay the fuck over there. We'll stay over here. He'll get all the promotion in the world from us brothers over here. And you guys can continue to play possum because at the end of the day, it don't matter what Joe Blow bum that they put him in the ring with. His largest payday is or was Deontay Wilder. And at this case, they can sit over there in the fucking corner and hold their meat in their hands because they played themselves. They completely played themselves out of pocket. Now you can look stupid because ain't nobody focused on it. And your whole little trick and your hat trick or your card trick that you tried to play it fell on deaf ears, and you left to sit around and hold the goddamn bill. You look stupid as a motherfucker right now. Congratulations to Deontay Wilder.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Cali Enigma, what's going on, family?
Oh man, not much, man. I'm happy, man. You know, I mean, I actually reported that early when I saw that video of Deontay Wilder. I just got to listen to the boxing voice, and it seems like Nestor Gibbs and the other dude Matt, man, they was disappointed because he didn't want to take Eddie Hearn's bait and go fight that fucking hyena piece of shit, Dillian White, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, these motherfuckers was so. You can tell them they want to keep their access so bad that they don't want to disappoint, someone like Eddie Hearn, because they want to still be able to talk to him. So their priority is, and here's the thing, someone like Matt, I don't know about Nestor. I mean, I don't know where that dude comes from, but I know about Matt, he can probably never relate to someone like Deontay Wilder, because they kept bringing up the money. And Deontay checked them, dude. He said, man, why y'all want to keep bringing up money? He said, it's my money. He said, I pay my bills. Y'all don't pay my bills. They didn't know what the fuck to say after that, because they ain't never spoke to a real one before. So I'm happy he checked they punk asses too, man. But I'm happy as fuck that Deontay Wilder ain't falling for that bullshit. And Deontay Wilder, I'm glad. You can tell he listened to our videos and shit, because he brought up Luis Ortiz and said he could fight Luis Ortiz, or he could put Joshua on the contract. He offered that last year, and Eddie Hearn said no, so he's going to decline it again, because they know that they might as well get ready to line up the casket, just like they're going to do for Dillian White when he eventually gets mandated. His mama might as well get a suit ready, because that motherfucker going to sleep. And the same thing going to happen to Anthony Joshua. And not just because Deontay Wilder, because he's tailor-made because both of them are tailor-made for Deontay Wilder, but the fear of Joshua going to get his ass knocked out. But Dillian White, you can tell he's had his brain scrambled, because he done been in a war with Derek Chisora. He done got knocked out by Anthony Joshua, and then struggled with guys like Elenius. So you know what I mean? This guy, he's not smart enough to know when danger's around. He doesn't. That part of the brain what tells you that tells you about pain and teaches you about fear doesn't exist in his brain. So you know what I mean? Hey, if you want to get in the ring and get KO'd about a year from now, he can go ahead and get KO'd in about a year from now. I'm all for it. So, you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm happy with what Wilder did today. Wilder just pretty much told Eddie Hearn to go fuck himself, and Eddie Hearn's not happy. And it's not about Eddie Hearn. Deontay Wilder said, I'm taking control of my career, and not you motherfuckers in the UK. So, yes. And you can go ahead.
No, I was about to say, tell the people how they can follow you.
You can follow me on the Cali Enigma on Twitter, on YouTube, and on Instagram.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let me take it over to Trap House Boxing. What's up, family?
What's good, everybody?
Hey, man, you got it, family. Tell the people how they can follow you.
YouTube, Trap House Boxing, Twitter, @Trap House Boxing, and on Instagram, Trap House Boxing.
Yes, sir. I need you to cook on that for a second, man. How are you feeling about the Deontay Wilder and his interview and his news and him not going over to the UK?
Man, I love it, man. I'm glad that, we can finally show the boxing fans and the whole world, period, that, we don't got to do everything so traditional all the time, man. We ain't got to follow up with all these little rules and regulations and the way it's always been done. We can pave our own way, like I was on the video Me and Blood did earlier. We could pave our own way, start our own little trend. And Deontay Wilder, man, he can. To be honest with you, man, I did a video talking about this. A lot of people think I'm crazy and I'm reaching, but he can go fight Adam Konaki, and they'll sell out in Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Because he, Polish guy from Brooklyn, Jared Miller, homeboy, he got a following over there. That'd be a good slap in the face for Jared Miller. You know what I mean? So his bitch ass won't get a chance anyway. I mean, that'd be real good to start for starters. Then we can go look at Dominic Brazil, and it's other guys out there. We ain't got to do this Dillian White thing, because Dillian White don't deserve no motherfucking chance anyway. He ain't did nothing to even think about Wilder. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm glad Wilder did what he did, and Anthony Joshua, man, like I said, I been gave up on that dude a long time ago. I told y'all he was weak. He done just came out and said again that he's starting to believe in himself all of a sudden. Like what champion all of a sudden just not starting to believe in itself.
Right.
You feel me? So I don't know, man. But I'm glad Deontay Wilder doing what he's doing, though, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Shout out to Volcanus in the super chat. Shout out to you, family. We appreciate you. Definitely appreciate you.
And one more thing, man. People talking about Deontay Wilder should sign with Eddie Hearn. Why should he sign with Eddie Hearn? So he can get stalled out till he old and hopefully get sold some hope. He don't need to go all the way over there to get sold some hope. He can get sold hope over here. Shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, true story. True story. Shout out to Gary Benson in the super chat. He says, "I'm glad Wilder bossed up. The next time Hearns tries a bait and switch, he needs to capture the bait first, then do the switch. Any good comment knows that. What a dumbass. Laugh out loud." Okay, let me go on over to man, my G, Blood Boxing. What's going on, family?
Hey, what's going on? LDBC all day, baby.
Yes, indeed. Tell the people how they can follow you.
Y'all can find me over there at Blood Boxing. I got a little live stream at Blood Boxing. Then if you want to get my primary page, it's Blood Boxing Returns with a Z at the end, man.
Yes, sir. Now I already know, you know what I mean? You probably was close to one of the first people I heard actually say that our champ doesn't need Anthony Joshua and that they should be doing more to actually fight him. Like, you actually one of the first people I heard actually say that. So I want to hear your thoughts on it.
Oh yeah, man. I got you. You know, to all you Anthony Joshua defenders and protectors and all you English muffins, first of all, to try to present Dillian White as an obstacle for Wilder is a fucking joke. Okay, you don't just give away belts. I've been following boxing since the early 1980s. You don't just give belts away, especially a belt of Deontay Wilder's status, the heavyweight WBC green belt, the traditional belt. Okay, Dillian White has not beat anybody. He has some fake belt right now that he's carrying around. I think it's their silver belt or whatever the fuck it is, for more something else for sanction and fees. But he has yet to beat a top 10 fighter in their ranking system, which shows you right away and exposes them that these ranking systems are bought. How the hell is he ranked number 1 and ain't fought 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9? Is that and 10 and 11? And I think by the time we get to 13, he fought Lucas Brown, who was overrated. Okay, just like this clown that he's fighting this weekend that nobody care about, whatever his name is. You know, nobody cares about that. He's overrated too. Number 2. Okay, listen here, Eddie Hearn. He don't need nothing like he gets a nice posh hotel and all. Man, he don't want to hear all that shit, man. The man is a millionaire. Okay, the man fly first class. All right, the man, in with the celebrities. The man had little Kim, who know her plastic surgery ain't up to par, because it ain't. She came out for him. She been in hiding for years, all hibernated in a cave with her bad face, but hey, she got herself together and looked pretty good for our champ, Deontay Wilder, okay? And then 50 Cent opened up for him. Big time celebrities are coming out for him, okay? So I'm saying to all the American fans and all the British fans, for real fans, okay, which is the majority of them. There's only a small, I'm finding out now because these guys can't even get people to follow them and stuff. They're still over there talking, nobody listening to them, okay? But we got to present our boy, Deontay Wilder, our champ, as the A side. We have to present him as the A side because, number 1, he's been champ longer than anybody else, okay? He's got more defenses than anybody. He carries the traditional green belt. He won his belt from a champion that earned his belt. He wasn't given a hand-me-down like those fake champs, those 2 chumps fighting this weekend, okay? So we have to do our job, and we have to present him as an A side from this point forward. I'm telling you now, there's no reason why they should be promoting this Anthony Joshua guy as an A side just because he sold out Cardiff. We don't give a fuck about the O2 Arena. Anthony Joshua beat Klitschko in the O2 Arena, and still don't nobody over here know him. So what does it do him any good going over there anyway? He listens to his fan base. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing I love about him. And he shouldn't go over there. And then Eddie Hearn has some nerve to talk about if he comes over here, get more media than he ever got. For who? IFL TV? Like I said before, the only thing that matters in America is ESPN, sports, Fox Sports, and those major outlets here. And that's not getting no playtime here. They didn't give Anthony Joshua versus Klitschko no playtime here, you little English muffins. Okay, so for him to do something over there, that's just helping out British boxing. What is it doing for over here? That's why he needs an American tour. He has to establish himself here first. His dream is to fill the stadium, the football stadium in Alabama. Okay, so if he wants to do that, he needs to start with a tour. He needs to start in the more popular cities like New York, hit up Vegas. Then he need to take it down into Dallas. Then he need to go up into the Midwest, somewhere in the Midwest. I don't know. Maybe the Midwestern brothers on here would know a good location for that.
Southwest Ohio.
What's that?
Southwest Ohio.
You need to go to Ohio with it, and then he could come to Florida. I'm even willing to say Florida could be last since we're a straight football state. Okay, Texas, even though they're a football state too, they got more boxing going on over there. So, but man, I'd love to have something in Florida or Georgia. I tell you what, I'll take Georgia so I can make one of these fights. If you come anywhere, Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, I'll be in there. Alabama,
Atlanta, blood. He could turn. If Deontay Wilder can gain control of Atlanta, that's all she wrote.
Yeah, he gonna get that. And they'll rattle from Alabama to Atlanta because that's about, what is that? That might be about a 6-hour ride.
Yeah, and not only that, but they got some nerve to say that he can't be built over here like these AJ protectors. I'm trying to get in the habit of calling them AJ protectors. These AJ protectors over there act like he can't be big over here in America. All the big fighters got big over here in America. Okay, they didn't give a fuck about Lennox Lewis when he was over here, and Lennox Lewis even got big over here. Okay, so cut the noise, and then like you said, what he needs to do is he needs to tap into what he's doing. Get in with 50 Cent. Get in with all them people like that. Keep showing up with 50 Cent. Tap into the hip-hop market. Tap into the ATL market. Tap into all the markets that's going to really, really, really promote you. Go to the black cities like ATL and stuff like that. Dallas, Texas, and all of that. Hit all them cities up. Get you a fan base. And then by the time they come with their little thing, and they just because he's doing big in court, they're still not going to know him over here, but they're going to know our champ, and then our champ can say 70-30. Shit, America made Floyd Mayweather almost a billionaire. He never left Vegas, so shut the fuck up.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So I'm gonna go over here. Well, let me cook on this real quick. Cook on this real quick. The reason why I feel so good about it, man, is that it's kind of multifaceted, but to make it simple, they have this stigma towards black men, you know what I mean? And it really, in particular, black men in America, you know, when they think, you know, when we come from the inner cities or we come from, you know, these country locations, when, you know, we coming out the South and the Midwest, and, you know, they think we're slow, they think we're not intelligent. So for me to see Deontay Wilder, you know what I mean, put the box scripts on Eddie Hearn and all of that shit that he was talking, and for Eddie Hearn to lay his whole all his cards out on the table, you know what I'm saying, and to really show his hand, really the fact that he just outsmarted them, I felt, you know what I mean, it made me feel, I mean, super good. And then the fact that you got this man who's actually standing for something, like he's standing for it. Just the fact that he checked them over on the Boxing Voice just about the money, you know what I'm saying, like. And I've heard Black Fight Fan TV say it all the time, and I'm about to come to you in a second, brother. But you know, money is money, man. But some people in this world just don't respect money like that. You know what I'm saying? We use money to take care of our families. You know what I'm saying? To be able to raise our children, so they ain't have to grow up the way we grew up. You know what I mean? And to raise them in a space where, you know, motherfuckers ain't getting all the way wild at. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, you know what I mean? It's you know. Everybody just don't gawk at people's money and whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? And then, you know, the man is he's just standing for something. He's cut a certain way, you know what I mean? And what he's cut from and the way he represents himself is just a whole bunch of shit that, you know what I mean, I have to get behind just as a black man, you know what I mean? And then too, at the end of the day, my daddy just raised me to just believe that you don't ever do nothing that's gonna shame your name. You know what I'm saying? And you don't do shit that's going to cause you to not be able to move certain ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, we come from certain places. At the end of the day, we got to be able to be sure that we can go to certain places and we can be a certain way. You know what I mean? And that shit is just incredible to me. And lastly, Deontay Wilder rocks with us. You know what I'm saying? He rocks with the fans. He rocks with the LDBC. You know what I'm saying? He's listening to the people. He rocks with Tuscaloosa. He rocks with the South. You know what I'm saying? He rock with everybody that rock with him. You know what I'm saying? He makes it obvious. And even more than that, he's using this platform to speak out against injustice that we're facing in the communities that he's coming from, because he can't be everywhere. So he's using his platform to bring light to those situations. I got to get behind that. And if you're a motherfucker, if you're a black man and you're in America and you're dealing with the same situations that all the rest of us deal with on a daily basis, and you don't get behind that man, something the fuck is wrong with you. Bottom line. Now, Black Fight Fan, let me go to you real quick, bro.
Okay.
So we got a question. We got a question from Trouble Man 4315, and he's from Tuscaloosa. And so since we talk about the champ, I wanted to put him in here. He just wants to know, what do we think, or what do you think is next for Fast Eddie, since his plan didn't go through? You know what I mean? What do you think he's gonna do or try to do next?
I mean, Eddie Hearn is gonna come back with something. Eddie Hearn is a fox. You understand what I'm saying? He's a fox, dog. That whole clever. You understand what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. But the fact of the matter is, the victory is that hoe ain't gonna be able to maximize. He ain't gonna be able to maximize that money, because at the end of the day, the only real way for him to maximize the money for Joshua and everything he got going on over there is Deontay Wilder. And see, the situation with Dillian White, Eddie Hearn feel like he's sacrificing Joshua. So Dillian White is just a double dip. You understand what I'm saying? Because Eddie Hearn is already under the understanding that them people, it's not, if you really take a step back and clear from the fog and look at what's really going on, the fact that Deontay Wilder is not showing up is bigger than the fight right now. When you looking at all these YouTubers and bloggers from over there, and Sky Sports and them people from over there, and Box Talk and all that, all they talking about is Deontay Wilder is not showing up. You understand what I'm saying? They love that man. You understand what I'm saying? They love the idea that they got going on and floating around and this and that they got a rivalry. All that stuff is floating around Wilder, man. And that's what we really don't get over here, because we not, and I told the dude today, you know what's going on. We know what's going on over here in America. They know what's going on over here in the UK. And when you talk to all of us, all the brothers are saying, oh man, I got an immense amount of subs from the UK. And people over here, they ain't over here watching us because they want to hear it, because they got their own people over there. They watching us because they want to hear us talk about Deontay Wilder and Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford. But typically, mainly Deontay Wilder, because he is the complete, the nemesis of the most prestigious person. So, I mean, Eddie Hearn wanted to use Dillian White to make sure that he can get a payday, because he knew that Wilder would go over there. He knew he could sell out the O2. It was going to be at a big venue. They probably would have even took it to Wembley. Wilder could have did 50 to 70, maybe even 70, 80,000 in Wembley, because this is an anticipated fight that came off of the prowess of Anthony Joshua. And if the fight was close, he could have had came to Deontay Wilder with another bag of money, offered him another fight, which it wouldn't have been close, because Wilder's gonna knock Dillian White out in 3 rounds if they fight. But then he could fight Joshua. These are the things that Eddie Hearn wants. He wants to play out a scenario where everything works in his favor. He's a greedy bastard, and the thing is, he can't have everything his way. He feel like he got the upper hand, and he flexing with it. And I'm getting tired of it. But he can't come over here and flex, because Eddie Hearn, that's gonna get you hurt and it's gonna get your pockets hurt. You and Joshua can't flex over here like that. I keep telling you guys that. You keep walking around the streets acting like something sweet and something's weird going on. And I don't know if you in Manhattan or wherever you doing that at, but that's not gonna continuously be tolerated, because what you really doing is you coming over here taking the crap on us. And people is realizing that, man. They realizing that dudes need to get off the gas with it. And Joshua doing the safe thing, staying over there across the water, because he looking like a chump over here amongst real dudes. He really looked like lunch meat. And it's extremely frustrating every time I start talking about it, because the dude, he just make a mockery of boxing. But Eddie Hearn, to answer your question, bro, Eddie Hearn is a fox. He will regroup. He'll use these lanes out here like Dominic Brazil and all these other weirdo, Gerald Miller. All these, he'll take his hand, put some Vaseline in it, and stick it right up there behind and tell them what to say, because these dudes is thirsty. You don't see Dillian White going against the grain. He hate Anthony Joshua with a passion, but that whole collectivizing got with him because he know that they got to get this bag. So he gonna swallow his pride and do whatever the hell he got to do, get up there and look like a stooge or whatever he got to do to get the money. You understand what I'm saying? But you would sell your soul and buck dance for somebody that don't care nothing about you just so you can get on. These dudes can come in alignment and say, hey man, you got to fight Wilder. We don't want to fight you. We want you to fight Wilder. We gonna fight Wilder. They not doing that type of stuff. They not getting behind him like these other dudes is getting behind Joshua. You know what I'm saying? And that's not their place to do that. I mean, that's not in their character. That's not in their character. A lot of these dudes trying to get on, I understand that, but it is what it is, man.
Hey, let me say one more thing about Eddie Hearn, man, since you asked. I want to answer that same question. That look, there's a big part of me that believes that Eddie Hearn, he wanted this all along. You remember when Anthony Joshua was saying, look, the fight might happen in 2020 and all of that bullshit. So, see, they really wanted some time to build him anyway. Eddie Hearn's a promoter. He want to put more money in his pocket. He want to fill stadiums over there, and they wanted to wait it out anyway. But see, this is where we gonna flip the script on their ass, okay? He underestimated us, you know, as on our promotion, okay? He thinks that they need him. No, they don't need him. Anthony Joshua ain't known over here. Okay, so we flip the script on them and we build Deontay Wilder, and then they finally get what they think they get and what they want by aging them out, because really that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to buy them a little time anyway. So there's a big part of Anthony Joshua that's relieved. He's afraid of this guy. So he's relieved that he didn't show up. He's relieved and think that he get to go and do his little thing. Whoever out there in Brooklyn, we got to spread the word to the people out in over there. If they come to fight Big Baby Miller, we got to let them know to boycott that fight. We got to start a boycott against that. We can't let this guy get big over here. We always got to present Deontay Wilder as the A side. We always got to pump the videos out just like we did for Floyd Mayweather, because that's what made Floyd big, okay? We made Floyd big, okay? Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather thing, we was on social media putting out thousands of videos all the time, and it made him big, and it's a great thing, and we could do the same for Deontay Wilder. We don't need them. We don't need Eddie Hearn. You can't fool us anymore. You can't fool us. You tried to fool us, and you might be getting what you want, but by the time you come back to Deontay Wilder, we're asking 70-30, you punk motherfucker. And he ain't on your plantation. If you want to do yourself a justice, you fucking take Big Baby Miller and you promote him and you do your fucking job, okay? You should have Big Baby Miller over there on the mic and Sky, and you could do your little thing with Dillian White. You're not promoting him. So if you can't even promote Big Baby Miller and make him big over here, what you think? You ain't gonna do shit for nobody. You ain't did nothing for the Jacobs since you had him. You ain't did nothing. He ain't got no more big. Ain't nobody need you, man. And don't come over here selling us no lies, selling us some fake guy who's scared to fight another guy and trying to roll the red carpet out across the ocean and present him to the American public as an A-side to our champ, Deontay Wilder. From this day forth, it starts for me, okay? Never, ever again am I ever going to say that Deontay Wilder needs to do this or that to get to AJ. What can they do to get to my champ? And that's how I'm taking it from now on.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And man, shout out to King Corleone. I see you in the chat. He said no fly zone, and that's real. No fly zone, man. We're gonna shut all that down. Okay, I'm opening it up to everybody, man, and brothers. What do you guys think is next for Eddie Hearn? If anybody needed to get in there and cook on that anymore.
Oh
I
man.
think.
Oh
Go ahead,
man.
Coach.
Oh yeah, go ahead. My fault, Coach. I forgot you slid in here. What's going on, Coach?
Man, what's going on, man? I've been waiting to cook this dude for a hot little minute, man. I've been
Yes,
waiting
sir.
to cook.
Before you start banging them pots, tell the people how they can follow you.
Just come to CSH Combat Sports Show, Combat Sports, sorry, and it'll pop right up and hit that notification bell. Just do it.
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Okay, now go ahead, man. Go ahead on.
Okay, mine is twofold. Okay, first of all, I guess they call him Eddie Germ. You know what? My new name for him, I'm just gonna call him Eddie Sperm, Eddie Perm. Whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and start with that, man, because Eddie Hearn. It's kind of like, okay, so why is he getting mad at Wilder? Okay, because Eddie Hearn already said that Wilder can't get in the ring. Okay, so now Wilder not coming, and because Wilder not coming, now he's saying, well, Deontay Wilder is stupid because he don't want to come build a fight, but then Tyson Fury can get in the ring and build a fight between him and Tyson Fury. So my thing is, how the hell is Eddie Hearn gonna explain this? Okay, and second, Eddie Hearn try to act like he don't watch the LDBC. Matter of fact, man, I put a video out there. With this idiot. He's sitting there talking about, look at this big stadium, look at this great stadium, and forget about the Lions. And we know who the Lions are. He talking about us, okay? Well, Eddie, guess what? Eddie? You a bitch. And guess what? On top of that, Eddie, and I hope you listen to this video, Eddie, because if you listen to the video, hey, I tell you what, how about you hit the coach up behind the scene and you talk and we have a little discussion. And if you still don't like it, then we'll line up one by one and we'll smack the yellow right off your damn teeth, Eddie. That's what we'll do. Because see, we sick of this, man. And people get mad at the LDBC. Well, the reason why you guys or against Joshua because you're Wilder fans. Well, yeah, that's true. We are Wilder fans, okay? But people misconstrue us. We were rolling with Joshua. Dream Chasing Boxing, that was a big Joshua fan. I used to call him Little Mini Joshua. That's what I used to call him, and he used to think it was funny. We roll with Joshua. But when a fighter, if Deontay Wilder today, every brother on this panel, if Deontay Wilder started talking scary, well, I'm from Bama, and I'm gonna, hey, we're gonna fight Joshua in 2030. Yeah, that'll be the date. I guarantee you, every brother on this panel will call out Deontay Wilder if he started talking like that. If Deontay Wilder, if there's somebody in the ocean that he can fight, and if he started talking scary, I guarantee you everybody on the panel gonna call it out. I get sick and tired of people when it comes to this deal. The LDBC is always biased. Well, what about some of the other channels that, when they're going for their white champions, okay, when they're going for those guys, don't nobody really make 1,000 videos about those guys, them talking about their champions and their fighters that they like. Don't nobody say that to the Mexicans, the Asians, but immediately when we support a black fighter and when we go down and we say, this is our champion, win, lose, or draw, this is our damn champion, everybody got something to say about it. Eddie Hearn got something to say. Well, okay, so now Wilder's stupid because he's not going to be a pawn. He's not going to get it, he's not going to sit there at a broadcast booth and then have Dillian White walk up on him and just talk all kind of junk because what's they going to do? Hell, you know what? If I was Wilder, I would go. I'll tell you where I would go. I would go and I'll see Dillian White. Hey, what's up, Dillian? And then Deontay Wilder just need to knock him the fuck out right there and say, fuck that, who's next, okay? Now, I done knocked your boy out. He laid out here in cold. Now what? I ain't got to fight him. That's what Wilder need to do. Go over there, see Dillian White, knock him out right there in cold blood, in street clothes. Knock him out. Then get in the ring.
Press charges on him, man. Then they gonna press charges.
Man, that's what he need to do.
Forcing the fight.
That's what he need to do, man. And just forget Dillian White. Forget him. Yeah, what? Okay, you said you wanted to fight. Let's fight. Knock him out. Jump in the ring. Then do it anyway. I mean, what is he gonna get arrested for jumping in the ring? Is it a real live restraining order? I mean, come on, man. And everybody act like this shit Wilder fault, man. I get sick of it. It ain't Wilder fault. Hell, the man can't get in the ring. He just gonna sit there and call the fight. And if he make an attempt to go to the ring, I mean, what? They're gonna have the damn dude, pulled out of the ring. That's, man, come on. And then he ain't saying nothing about Tyson Fury. Man, everybody can't see stuff, man. Everybody only see it when it comes to Deontay Wilder. Same thing. Everybody see it, just like when Floyd and Manny was fighting. Guess what? Nobody wanted to look at the evidence that Manny Pacquiao, they would have wanted to turn down the fight. Nope, it was all Floyd's fault. It was all his fault. Then when the evidence came out, oh, it's still Floyd's fault. So now this is Deontay Wilder fault, and I'm about done, guys. It's Povetkin. It ain't Povetkin fault that he popped dirty. It's not Luis Ortiz's fault that he popped dirty. Wilder still fought him. No, it's not their fault. It's not Joseph, do you smell what the Rock is cooking Parker, Joseph the Rock Parker. It's not his fault that they don't want to fight Wilder. No, it's Wilder's fault. Wilder did something, okay? He did it. It's all everything Wilder's fault, okay? If your girlfriend break up with you, Eddie Hearn, if she don't give you no more ass, that's Wilder's fault. Hell, Wilder was talking to her on the damn phone, right? I get sick of it, man. And I get frustrated, man, with the narrative, man, when it's Wilder. And the reason why, and I'm just being honest, the reason why we do this and that he's got so many detractors is because he's the brother of the brothers. That's just how it is. I'm done.
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Go ahead, Santee. You was going to cook on that?
Yeah, I agree with everything Coach said, man. Yeah, everything that he said. Only thing I want to add in is this, man. Deontay Wilder don't owe Eddie Hearn shit. He got matched on for a good while, and folks' number one talking point was, well, Deontay Wilder hasn't fought anybody. Okay, you take that, you put the monster in the ring that nobody wants to fight. This guy popped dirty. By all means, he could have been one of the first people to run out the back door and say, you know what, I'm not dealing with him. I gave him an opportunity, and he popped dirty. You go in there, you have the fight of your life. 10th round, you manage to stretch this guy while you're sick. You put this guy to sleep. Now he's a dinosaur. He's an old man. Now you got a pointy head Dillian White waiting for you to get across the pond. We know what this is. It's a setup. My only deal with this, you say, what's left for Eddie Hearn? I believe he's crafty. He's a smart dude. But what's left for him is a lot of explaining, because he's talked himself all the way up a bush, all the way up the tree, to where as though now he's going to have to explain to the fans why, and even Anthony Joshua, why this fight and this extra money can't take place. And one of the brothers mentioned about Big Baby Miller and Dillian White and these guys being thirsty. These guys are on the floor looking for crumbs and extra butter biscuits, man. It's disgusting. Having some pride and some dignity. In all actuality, it would make more sense for Anthony Joshua to take the rematch of the Dillian White fight. I believe Dillian White beat him in the amateurs. Okay, you beat him in the pros. So y'all have y'all rubber match. You go fight this pointy head motherfucker, man. And if you actually care to be some type of top-notch promoter in the U.S., well, you got Big Baby Miller. He's a hater. He's insanely jealous of everyone, especially Wilder. You could take that momentum and point in a direction where you actually could promote him to be able to create some numbers and get him out there like that. But instead, they're using him like a piece of red meat, man, to dogs that only eat raw meat. You're using him to throw him to Anthony Joshua so he can beat the dirt off of this guy before he really actually has an opportunity to truly get his feet through the door. Duopod is not truly a test. I don't think so. Because if he was a bum when Wilder fought him, then he's a bum now. He's a worse bum. He's a bigger bum than what he was when Wilder fought him, if that's a lot of people's argument. And right now, I feel like Wilder has the floor. So like Blood said, for the American fans out here that enjoy Deontay Wilder, we got to make sure that these jokers don't come across the pond holding their heads high thinking they're going to steal a bag of money. You're not getting a goddamn crumb from over here. And you're going to understand thoroughly what it means to use that term, freeze somebody out. You're going to understand what that term means, man, to have your back against the cold or feeling like you don't have no friends. Because when you speak like you're John Wayne and you start trying to shit on folks that supported you coming through the door, man, and you spit on everybody as far as the U.S., man, that was trying to show you some love, don't look at us harshly when the numbers start to show from all your arrogance and all that bullshit you was talking across the pond when you were in your backyard in a comfortable setting. Fuck Eddie Hearn, okay? He's going to get what he's going to get based on his actions and him trying to be slick and steal two extra cookies out the cookie jar.
Yeah, I also saw a bunch of those social media Eddie Hearn channels today and pro Joshua channels. They now got these videos floating around saying that Deontay Wilder is scared of Dillian White. But I went to one of them Muffins page, and actually he put up a hate video on Deontay Wilder. Then he put up his official Joseph Parker, Anthony Joshua video, he had like 3 times as many hits on the Wilder video. Like nobody even cares about this Anthony Joshua Joseph Parker fight. Wilder is building them. Wilder is getting smart. Wilder can sit back here, and he also needs to stay away from some of these social media outlets like IFL TV and all of them. He needs to act the way Floyd acted. I have to admit, man, I was dead wrong about some of the things about Floyd. He got to take a couple of pages out of Floyd's book, okay? Another thing he got to do is he got to keep some of these fucking Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn fans away from him. You know, they shouldn't be able to bombard him when they're disrespecting him. And Radio Raheem is presenting Anthony Joshua as a fucking A side over here, and nobody even know him over here. An American guy. You see, that's the problem, this punk ass media. And ain't nobody calling the old bitch ass niggas out on this shit. Radio Raheem, you a bitch ass nigga. And I'm saying that from blood boxing. I ain't speaking for no one else. I'm speaking for blood boxing. You's a bitch ass nigga, Radio Raheem. I ain't watching shit else you do. You presenting that a guy who's scared of our champion as an A side and trying to bring him to America with your platform, which is some bullshit. That's why, man, we got to continue to put these videos out. Their hate videos are getting more hits than the official Anthony Joshua videos. So that shows right there who the most popular man is. It's Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder is more popular globally, too, because he's already popular over there. Everyone in England who knows Anthony Joshua knows Deontay Wilder, okay? All of them. Okay, all whatever million they got over there that know Anthony Joshua. If they know Anthony Joshua, they know Deontay Wilder. Eddie Hearn's trying to get Deontay Wilder to come and do an event over there. He's not telling Deontay Wilder, hey, let's go fill your stadium in Alabama. Now, that would be some impressive shit, but he's not. He wants them to go build British boxing. All right, so you guys can continue to hate, continue to pump out the social media, because all y'all gonna do, you're getting hits on Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder is gonna sit back, and he's more popular globally. Everyone over here in America know him. Nobody know Anthony Joshua. We all know Deontay Wilder. That's who we see as our champion. He's more popular, and he is the A side. And shit, I think he should get 70-30, to be honest. And he don't need AJ. To be honest with you, I don't give a fuck if the fight ever happened. They could live their little fantasy over there. I don't even care if he fight that guy no more. He's a fucking clown. And after what's going to happen? He's going to beat this Joseph Parker bum, and then he's going to dodge Deontay Wilder. And from that point on, we need to totally close the book on them. Let them make the little hate videos on him, because it's getting Deontay Wilder popular. Okay, it's even getting them more popular over here. YouTube, we get all their videos, so that gets them popular. Let's flood social media with Deontay Wilder. And Deontay Wilder needs to probably chill back and do his own things. Concentrate on 51-0. And, if he decides that he wants to fight Anthony Joshua when he's 35 or 36, which is what they would prefer, because Anthony Joshua would only be at that time like 30 or 31. You know what I'm saying? So believe me, those 4 or 5 years makes a big difference. I've studied boxing. No fighter past the age of 35. You name me one right now that was in their peak still past the age of 35. There's not one out there, okay? Not one in any weight class, all right? So they want to age him out. And like Floyd did, shit, by the time he's 35, he needs to take a, what's it called, low risk, high reward at that time, and you get a pass once you get to a certain age. So it's going to backfire on Eddie Hearn.
Hey, what about B-Hop? What about B-Hop? Blood B-Hop was all right around 36. Man, you wouldn't say so?
Yeah, he wasn't in his prime at 36. No,
I agree with
because at that time he was fighting guys like Antoine Eccles and Robert Allen. He was a little bit. I think he was on the downslide around 35 or 36.
That hoe don't count anyway. That hoe deleted from boxing history.
You gotta get knocked out the ring. Every time I watch that,
down the ring on his butterbean head.
Hey, come on, fellas! I know he's a Sambo. I know that was coming. I know he's a butter biscuit eating Sambo, man. I know he is. We just strictly talking boxing. That's it.
Yeah, he was.
And also
about him anyway. Yeah, fuck him.
And also to throw out there once again, this fight, Anthony Joshua versus Joseph Parker, is not for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. They are still trying to slip it in there, being real sneaky and clever in the interviews. that this fight is for the undisputed title, it is not.
Hell no, that when Deontay Wilder got the traditional green belt that Ali and Larry Holmes had. Hell to the no. Fuck that. The WBC belt been this since 62, 61 or 62. So fuck them. They could kiss our ass. We know what's up. We present Deontay Wilder as the A side from this point on. Everybody on here should be thinking the same way. Man, I'll be so disappointed if I see any brothers that I know promoting this A-side bullshit for some guy who ain't been champ as long, who's scared of our champion. Want to get him to go over there and fuck with Dillian White too. You's a bitch, man. You all over there talking about he's scared of Dillian White. Let him come over here with that fuck shit. Dillian White, if he lived in America, guys like him get smoked over here. We had
Brick to the head.
Like, they don't got no guns in England. Dillian White would have made 14 over here. That's what you guys don't do. Let him come over here. Brother. They would have got smoked over here.
Real quick, y'all. I cannot let
I'll smoke him gladly. Let Dillian White ever walk up to me on Florida with Stand Your Ground. I'll blow that motherfucker away.
Oh my God. Come on,
man.
man.
Chill, man.
Chill out.
I can't let the night go by without
Oh my God.
Keith Thurman. I can't, man. I can't let the night go by without Black Fight Fan. His thoughts on Keith Thurman, man. I can't, man. I can't let the night go by, man.
Who is Keith Thurman?
What happened?
Hey.
Nah, I just said I had to hear my man Black Fight Fan talk about Keith Thurman. And yeah, he talked about him.
Ain't he a pop singer?
Hey, shout out to Chef. That was actually a question I was actually about to ask. Shout out to Chef Boyardee. He sent that question over today. He wanted to know Keith Thurman, what the hell's going on with him? What the hell is going on with him? And
I don't know,
hey,
bro.
y'all, Fred
I don't
said
know.
something that made a lot of sense that I think could possibly. It may be a reach, but I'm just gonna say it anyway. Keith Thurman has no opponent announced, right? All of a sudden, Danny Garcia is pushed ahead of Sean Porter, who's the WBC Silver Champion, has fought 2 eliminators for that #1 spot. Okay, who to say that Keith Thurman is not finna try to pull some shit and say, "Fuck it, I'm gonna fight Danny Garcia in June or July"?
Well, the Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia gotta agree to that. I'm gonna tell y'all, that fight, Danny Garcia ain't looking for that fight, man. Danny Garcia I don't even know if Danny Garcia want to box no more. Danny Garcia is not looking for the fight like Sean Porter is. He's not looking to get in the ring like Sean Porter is. Them dudes don't have no hunger. Him and Keith Thurman don't have no hunger. And Keith Thurman have already said he's not finna fight nobody hard. He's not gonna fight Danny Garcia coming back. But at the same time, it's finna be April. And Keith Thurman is slated to fight on May the 19th. And he don't have an opponent announced. So it's getting pretty close. In the next week or two, it's gonna be safe to say that Keith Thurman ain't fighting in May. You understand what I'm saying? They ain't got no tickets on sale. They ain't got nothing. I don't even know if they got a venue, got an arena. They ain't got nothing. So the hell with Keith Thurman. He can die slow. He can keep doing it. Like 7-8 said the other day, them hoes might strip him. Pretty soon he's gonna be close to getting stripped around this hoe.
Hey, Black Fight Fan, you pulling the trigger early on Keith Thurman. I'm gonna give him about April on that law.
You went out, bruh. 503.
Oh, you
That was Eddie Hearn.
My black ass, man. I told you guys I'm gonna fight somebody. I'll fight somebody when I'm damn good and ready.
There you go. You there, 503?
Yeah, you can hear me, bro?
Yeah, we can hear you, bro.
Yeah, and I was saying Black.
Damn. Yeah,
Eddie Hearn again.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's Eddie Hearn. That's Eddie Hearn.
Yeah, you going out. We can't hear nothing you saying, 503. Hey, shout out to Curtis Anderson in the shout out to Curtis Anderson in the super chat. He said Hopkins was 36 when he beat Trinidad. He's just trying to, keep us.
Hopkins is deleted from boxing history. He's a coon. He's a buck. He's a coon. He is deleted. Now, y'all talking about, we gonna talk about him strictly boxing, but Noah Hopkins never existed as a boxer. Never existed as a black man. That whole gone.
He's a
Real
Martian.
talk,
That's
Black Fight
true.
fan.
He's a
Real
Martian.
talk, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even want to pretend like that. Yeah, let's just delete that fool from history, man. Let's talk about Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua. I mean, it ain't even worth discussing Anthony Joshua no more because dude's a straight up coward. I mean, they know this. That's why I was when I was paying attention to the comment section when I was listening to the Boxing Voice. Now they were trying to say that now Eddie Hearn is a boss. I'm like, how is he a boss? He just got played. See, they're trying to use our language, our slang, our terms, our street terms, in order to actually give credits to whatever they're trying to do. I don't know what they're trying to do, but they try to use our language.
Hey, Cali Enigma. I heard Eddie Hearn say real recognize real.
That shit don't even make sense.
No,
That shit don't even make no sense.
What happened?
He ain't said no real recognize real.
I swear, blood. I put that on my hood. I put that on, but I promise, bro. That fool was walking off the internet, walking off an interview, and that host said, "Real recognize real." I'm not lying to you, bro.
They still saying all about the Benjamins too, bro. You know what I mean? They still using that term like it's still like who says that anymore? I don't think I've said that like almost 20 years, and I never really even used that term. That was more of something that was more of like a P. Diddy thing, but I mean we never really used that in the Bay and in the town. We never even used that kind of terminology. So man, they just see stuff on TV and they think that's how we still speak over here, man.
America is one place, bro. Because I used to live over there, and man, they thought that they used to listen to all New York hip hop. They didn't know hip hop was anywhere else. When I was over there, they thought hip hop was Run DMC and LL, and they thought that represented all of America. And I used to try to tell them, "Hey man, this hip hop is," because they used to think that their rappers was gonna come over here. I'm telling you, I have a magazine from 1988, a British UK hip hop magazine. I put it on. I'm gonna do a video on it one day where they said in the article that British rappers from like Birmingham and all these places was going to come over and take over America because they rap better than LL and Run DMC. And I'm thinking like, man, they got all kinds of shit over in America in every state. That's not all, so they always underestimate, and then they start thinking they know what's going on over here and stuff like this. Them motherfuckers are all confused.
Them hoes start coming over here and start sending them hoes back home. Start sending them hoes back home with rabbit ears. That's what we need to start doing.
Right. Outside of Slick Rick, though, none of them other British rappers even sound fun. They sound funny, man. It don't even sound right when they're trying to. Hold
up. Y'all hear that? Hold up, Santee. When them hoes start coming over, you want to get real about them hoes start coming over, they need to start going back home with rabbit ears. You understand what I'm saying? Them hoes stacking up all they pounds and quid and coming over here thinking something sweet. Them hoes got large amounts of cash in their pocket because that's how they spending. Them hoes coming over here, them hoes need to start going back home with rabbit ears since they think it's sweet over here.
Hey, Black man, I even had this dude on my YouTube channel yesterday. He was talking about me, and he was trying to call me a bitch made motherfucker, but he just put everything backwards and in the wrong place. I'm like, see, you guys trying so hard to be like us, but you're not. And if what comes naturally for us doesn't come naturally for them. It's like it's not authentic with them. It's like they're trying to copy us. And they think that I guess for them, they think it's a competition. We're not competing with them. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to crap on the UK, but you guys are not on our level. It's not me just trying to sun you guys. Right. But I mean, just keep it 100. You guys are small. It's not that.
Son them hoes because them hoes need to understand this. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of talking, playing, dumbing down myself to these hoes. Them hoes, they got some shine. Ho, you got one diamond. We got a whole mountain over here. You understand what I'm saying? You got one diamond, ho, and it's a blood diamond. It don't belong to you. It belong to Nigeria. You understand what I'm saying? We got a whole mountain over here. You hoes need to lay that down, man, and quit talking sideways out the side of your neck. Y'all ain't about nothing. I'm tired of playing with these hoes. Like I said, send them hoes back home with rabbit ears.
You're right. You real talk though. They ain't got no resources over there, man. They depend on us heavily, man. It's not just sports, man. I'm just talking about when they need materials and everything like that. They need it from us. So
all the thing they get everything from us. They trying to see Eddie Hearn is actually it almost worked. He was coming over here to present Anthony Joshua as an A side, and then we sat back when they started making all these demands. See, they fucked it up themselves. They started making all these extra demands, and then they said Dillian White, and we sat back and thought, wait a minute now. Why are we even going through all this shit? Then it really clicked to us, like, because Eddie Hearn, he pretty good, but he couldn't get us, though. We know exactly what he up to. Anthony Joshua, nobody know him here. We all know that because we live here, okay? We all know that don't want nobody know him here. That's why we could just make them guys disappear. We don't even have to after they turn down this fight with Deontay Wilder, I would suggest to let them little English muffin channels and all that. I'm telling you, they're gonna get stuck at 15,000 or something like that. If we stop interacting with them, then they die. All of them die. I'm telling you.
But it's not just them. It's not just the English channels either, though. It's some of these American channels that want to get the British subs and shit like that. We need to.
But that's the hold on. Let me jump in here real quick. Shout out to Gregory Simpson in the super chat. He just says he has to support this. My brothers, all caps. Go ahead.
Yeah, one of them motherfuckers came over, American black dude. He and he hit up every person in my comment section. Hey, check my new video. Hey, check my new video. And I went over some coon nigga talking. Trying to get British subscribers and stuff, man. Crazy. He hit everybody, spammed all through my mailbox.
Hey, hold up. And them dudes that be doing that, look, them dudes that be doing that, and all y'all, just go for everybody. Them dudes coming in your comment section, dropping links and all that. Delete them hoes.
Get them up out of there.
Not let them come in your comment section and drop links, especially if they ain't in the LDBC. These hoes coming in these unidentified subs, these UFS. Delete them hoes.
I'm gonna tell you how to fix that, man. If it's getting to that point, man, what you got to do is you got to go into YouTube, man. Go to the community, and then you set your comments on to you approve all your comments if it's getting that bad, and that'll cut that out, man. It'll cut it out. You just you go ahead and you figure out what comments you want to come in, and it'll take a little extra work, but see, it'll clean your comment section up if you got a lot of people leaving them links in there. I found that out, but it worked for me.
Young DZ 2007 said that he was one of the guys who got hit because this guy he was going around trying to get LDBC people over there and trying to get British people. So he's trying to get big. And then I go to his little page, he got little 8 subscribers, and then he got a couple of comments and people are telling him, giving us some information. Thanks for the support. So he's trying to get big off me, man. Get out of here, man.
Oh, Blood, I know exactly who you talking about too, man. Blood, I saw exactly who you talking about because I didn't really pay. I subscribed to his page.
That bitch though. I was like,
Blood.
Like that gotta go, man. They gotta go.
I actually went
get big off that either. That's what they don't understand.
Yeah, we hear you 503.
These other coons and how we laughed at them, and they can't even. They get to about 1,500 subs, can't even get no more.
Right.
The example is 78 Sports TV, Dante's Boxing Nation, Ego. All of them guys are their own guys. They're not up here trying to coon and all of that. So look at the example is all of the big channels are black channels. All the big channels are black channels. Even the Boxing Voice ain't white. You know what I'm saying? So he needs to look at the formula, man. These coons don't ever make it. There's not one big coon channel out there except maybe one. But one or two.
You're cutting the jig so hard, your knees is hurting, man. Your knees is hurting. Your back is all fucked up because you out here cutting the jig, man. Cut it out, man. These guys are disgusting.
Even Cali Enigma just said. Cali, you said you knew who that dude was?
Yeah, because he approached me and he said, "Yo, Cali, I got one." So I just subscribed to his page, and I was assuming he was going to be on a new channel, a brother trying to come up, and I was going to help him. But I didn't even check his page. I didn't even listen to his videos or anything like that. So the next day, I went and listened to his video, and I said, "Oh hell no!" I deleted my comment and I unsubscribed from him.
We be trying. Hey, we always want to give these other brothers some love, but they come being disrespectful. They come talking shit, and they want to use our platform to the extent to where they would hit up. This guy hit every person, and I had 200 comments on that video. That motherfucker hit almost every. It was all on my spam box. I couldn't believe that this guy just copy and pasted, check my video to every fucking commenter in my section. These guys are ridiculous.
Yes, indeed.
I'll put him on blast. I would, but I can't remember his name. I don't remember his name. But
go ahead, Coach.
I know you listening, dude. The dude who did that. Look, man, rearrange that shit before you destroy your whole page. Come back, change your name up and come back because I don't remember your voice. So you can always come back. It's still early. You know why you got 10 subs? Start over, man, because that ain't gonna work.
Shout out to Fanai International Boxing in the super chat. We see you, family. Appreciate it. Go ahead, Coach.
Now, I'll be honest, I'm not really one. Like, I ain't quick to like say, hey, you a coon. I'm not quick to say it. But what I will tell them is, why won't you stick up, for your own, Like, what's the big deal? Like, why do you guys have to always, what? And I started looking at the channels that put us down. That's, we're just doing what we do. Yeah, you know what? We are biased. I mean, we are. We like Deontay Wilder. It's no big deal. He talking the right talk. Okay, he's talking the right talk. He's saying what a champion need to say. If Anthony Joshua or Keith Thurman, if they were saying the same things, then we would probably be on board with them. Matter of fact, we'd be on board with everybody. I mean, some people like Errol Spence, some people like Terrence Crawford, but everybody is still giving them both love because they're talking how fighters are supposed to talk. And all the channels that are really getting on us, it's not really many white channels that's really getting on us, y'all. It's not. It's the black channels, and I hate to say it. It's us. Could you imagine? Just think about it. If not everybody have to agree, but if everybody really just got along, just for us, if everybody got along, do you know how much more powerful we'd be in the media? But see, it's like every time we do something, everybody they kind of want to tear it down, man. I mean, you got, well, I ain't gonna say his name, but you got the guy who played with the dogs. You got him, and it was a couple other guys, but them guys done fell off, And the channel that dog is out the most, it's other black channels, man. That's who doing it. So I mean, God, like, how come, okay, if you don't like it, just, man, you ain't got to make a million videos, man. Dissing the hell out of us. You ain't got to do that. See, and some people, I'm still cool with a few people, man, that don't do it. I'm cool with Fanon, I'm cool with a couple other guys, Mr. Boxing Today too, I roll with them guys. They got good content. And, even if they disagree with something I said, they don't make, 15 videos dogging me out, man. Those guys, they've been able to just tell me, I disagree, and this is because, like, I've never had that problem with them guys, But it's just like certain people, man, if they disagree with you, they don't even really reach out and say, hey, I disagree. They just start making a video, man, and then they bash the hell out of you. So I'm like, well, dang, what's the use, Then people are asking me, hey, coach, how come, you only listen to primarily LDBC videos? There's some videos I do listen to outside LDBC, but it's like, okay, it's very few, because it's like, why? Because eventually we end up being bad guys. We're always the villains, no matter what we do. If we go for a fighter, they say we like him because he's black. If we say, hey, like I say, well, I like Vasil Lomachenko. I like how he fight. Oh, you just saying that because you're trying to meet your quota of white fighters, like this the kind of stuff that we get, man. So it's almost like you kind of get tired, man.
Coach,
I'm gonna say this. Go ahead, Blood.
Okay, listen. The formula is set by 78 Sports TV. He tells us it all the time. He got the most successful channel. 78 don't fuck with them trolls, man. He don't fuck with them. At some point, you just gotta realize, look, we don't pass these guys up, all these different guys, and we need to stop fucking with them. We really do, because our channels will continue to grow without them. We don't need those motherfuckers to interact with them. You don't have to interact with these guys. You see Dante and none of these guys, these big channels, they don't interact with them trolls. So we need to like look at what they do, because they got all the subs 7-8 in them. Okay, so and they don't fuck with these troll channels. So we need to take a page and make them non-existent. Let them fuck with each other. Because when we was in school, did we fuck with the chess club? No, we didn't fuck with them. When they came up to the cool table, we didn't fuck with the Dungeons and Dragon Club. I'm taking it back too far now. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting I'm the only nigga on here in this 40s like that.
No, you're not, Blood. No, you're not.
Hey,
I'm 40, bro.
Hey, Blood.
I'm 40 myself, man.
Blood, I'm gonna say this, man. I'm gonna say this, Blood. I love you like cook food, man. You know what I'm saying? I love your channel. I love your content, man. I love your boxing mind, all that kind of stuff, man. I love it, bro. But man, I'm about that bullshit, man. I'm gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna ignore it. I'm petty as hell, man. I'm petty as hell, and I'm about that bullshit. So sometimes, every now and again, these trolls, I got to give them what they looking for, man. That's just the truth.
I just don't think we need to directly, like respond to them, because we build them up when we do that. We build them up. When we directly respond to them, we build them up.
I'll
That's
be
true.
honest. The best growth I
And
had.
furthermore, for these trolls, man, a lot of these it's desperation. It's a beg. It's a dry beg. What they're doing there on their knees, it's never about what they talking or what they hating about, man. It's about them on their knees saying, please, man, look at me. You ain't watched my video. I dissed you 3 times last week. You ain't checked me out. By the time you look at the guy, it's like, man, who the fuck is this? Like you're not getting no shine off of me. A lot of these guys have no character, no charisma, no
Right.
type of swag, no nothing about themselves. So
Right.
they're like bloodsuckers and leeches. They got to feed off your back in order to have an existence. For some of these folks that are reaching a certain amount of subscribers, if we weren't even here, they wouldn't have that.
Man,
It's
that's
a
bitch
pointed
shit.
narrative to have somebody to hate on. That's all it is. They're all the same.
Yeah, I
I put
mean,
them in the same fucking category.
it ain't it's not even like my channel, a big channel. It's not a big channel, but at the end of the day, I kind of, the best growth I ever had, man. The best growth I ever had was when I went 90 days, man. And I swear, I ain't do nothing to anybody for 90 days. I just dropped videos. That's all I did. That's the best growth I ever had on my channel, man. I kid y'all not. I'm talking about, man, I got so many new people, man, because I guess they can decipher, man, if you're about to BS. Because sometimes, when you do, when you have to get on somebody, people can deal with that every now and then. But see, if it's every other video, people get tired of that, man. They get tired of it. They know that you don't like the person, so they get that. But now they want to know, okay, what do you know about boxing? What do you know about your content? Or are you just going to continue these beef? And the beef videos don't ever get a lot of views. I'm telling you, only people who watch the beef videos are the people that will follow you from channel to channel. Okay, that's it. The people who will watch your videos for the box, no, they ain't gonna watch it, man. So during that 90 days, man, I mean, my channel, it grew. And I think I'm gonna really go back there. I ain't been interacting with a lot of trolls. I've been blocking them and putting them on spam, but I'm actually, get to the point where I'm gonna do a whole nother 90 days and see if it can become a habit, a real habit.
Yes, sir.
Hey, coach. I'm gonna say this, man. I'm gonna say this to all y'all. The LDBC have a real agenda. You understand what I'm saying? And our agenda is bigger than a troll. You understand what I'm saying? We got an opportunity. We are already working directly hand in hand with the heavyweight champion of the world. We got other opportunities coming up, man. That Bo Mac stunt I pulled got us a whole lot of attention from other places. You understand what I'm saying? We got other stuff in the work. The last thing any of y'all need to be worried about or talking to is a troll. You understand what I'm saying? If you in this, man, and whether you supporting and subscribed and giving super chats, we know you, we finna level up. We finna level up in a major way within the next 2 years. The LDBC is gonna be massive in boxing.
Talk that talk, family.
And I mean, I'm keeping it real. I know jokes and all that to the side, bro. Leave them dudes alone. Them dudes that got 4 and 5 subs, begging for you to make videos and talk back to them. Leave them alone. Stay out of their comment section. Don't banter back and forth with them. They get no play in this ride. If you want to be down with the LDBC, you keep saying it. I hear a lot of dudes saying that. How can I be down, man? Just come in and show love, man. Show up, show support. You don't have to agree with everything we say or do what we do. But it's an organization, homie. We got missions. You got missions that you're going to have to carry out and things we're going to have to do. You understand what I'm saying? So we can move forward in progress. It's an organization. And a lot of you guys that's outside of that, hey man, you don't have to rock. It's okay. But just because you're not rocking don't mean that you have to throw stones. You understand what I'm saying? But if you do, it's okay. Cause we riding in the tank. You understand what I'm saying? We riding in the tank, homie. With infinite gas. With infinite gas.
And what you say, family, we gonna come for what you love. That what you say?
No. I said they keep saying we gonna pull out. I said they keep saying they're gonna pull up on us. I said we're gonna wind up pulling out of what they love.
Okay.
Pulling out of what they love.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
and
indeed.
Then I said we thick 9 over here. You understand what I'm saying? So we ain't doing no tripping. For real. The LDBC is not doing no tripping on no sideways banner, because I'm telling you, bro, we got major eyes on us. We a factor. You understand what I'm saying? We a factor in boxing. We need these dudes is characters. So do not waste or expend any more energy in what a troll doing, what he's saying. Regardless, if you in the LDBC, I don't care if your channel you only got 10 subscribers. If you hashtagging or down with the LDBC, don't play we done warring with trolls. Them days is over. You understand what I'm saying? We have an opportunity to control the complete demographic of African American fans in boxing. You understand what I'm saying? We bigger than all of that, bro. We bigger than all of that. So keep that on your brain when you talking about arguing with a troll that got 15 subs.
And let me add this in here too, because me and Coach talked about this, man. I was working and we actually spoke about this, and we were talking about one of these individuals. I ain't even going to shed no light to him, but what I said to him is, you know what? That's within that individual's narrative to hatch his claws into the LDBC to be able to have a ride or a way up, because by us mentioning them, that puts them in whatever place that we are, especially if it's a bigger or a major channel. You know, I'm not even speaking about my channel, but if it's one like a Ticket or 78, he mentions that person in any type of way where people can figure it out. That gives that person a notch up. You know, they're in a comfortable spot. Some folks want to know, they're curious. So now you're getting more views or what have you. They have been successful. So rather you looking at it like it's a L or it's a W because they got roasted and it's a troll, the bottom line is simply this: for them to get a response at all is a win. The biggest L is to act like they don't exist. And me and Coach talked about this.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Coach knows what I'm talking about.
I want to jump in here real quick though. Coach, you said something, and you basically talked about, imagine if us as fans of the sport and black fans and so on and so forth. Imagine if we all came together and so on and so forth. How strong we would be, what I'm saying, in this community. And for me, man, it's that's real. But also for me, I just take it a step further because for me, it's staying on code. You know what I'm saying? Like we stay on code. Like it's stuff that I see that I don't necessarily agree with, right? And because somebody's my brother, I never chastise my brother in front of others. I never ever will belittle, a brother in front of others. Even in this YouTube shit, when brothers be acting crazy and talking all out of pocket and talking about LDBC, keep my dick out your mouth and all that old bullshit. I don't even pay attention to that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I don't respond because I'm not gonna chat. I'm not gonna go and I'm not gonna do that. And the same thing.
Let me say this, Junior. You ain't gonna never be on code with some dude with skinny jeans, highlights, and lipstick, and that's popping his lips and sliding across the stage. You ain't gonna never be on that code, bro.
That's true.
So here's the thing. The LDBC is for real G's, real men. I shouldn't even say G's, real men between the ages of 18 or we even got some 15. We got shout out to the young boxers that watch us. 15, 14, young men all the way to 60-some-year-old grown men. You understand what I'm saying? We men. We not gonna agree with dudes that got daddy issues and homosexuals and dudes that love, that worship men, that idolize men. We're not gonna agree with them dudes because we're gonna say things about guys that they love. We're gonna say disrespectful things about them guys. So we're gonna lose guys. Guys is gonna fall out because of their feelings for another man. We don't want them guys. We can't change their narrative. We can't change the way they think. We're not going to be able to change with the 30-some years of them not having a father in their life and them getting molested or raped by their uncle or whatever happened in their life or whatever. We're not going to be able to change that, homie. So we just need to focus on the guys that's going to support us. We have the LDBC already have a strong 5 to 6 figure group of men that follow us, bro. And them men are the most important things to us, to make sure that them men are accounted for, as well as that they are taken care of, and we feed them with the content that they want. And this is, like I told y'all last week, this is a grassroots movement. This started off with a few dudes, and like I said, it's now at 5 to 6 figures of dudes. You understand what I'm saying? we not finna. Everybody ain't gonna fit. All these dudes is not gonna fit with us, bro. They not. So I mean, I love my brothers. You either my brother or you not.
Mm-hmm.
We got big business, homie. We got big business coming. You understand what I'm saying? Focus on the prize. All y'all, everybody, even the homies that don't make videos, even the homies that don't make videos, we gonna need you at events, fight parties. We gonna need you to host fight parties. We gonna need everybody in this thing, from the dudes that got channel to the dudes that just at the crib listening. We are going to need you. This is developing into something that's serious. Ain't no half stepping. You understand what I'm saying? Get your mind right and get off the boo boo. We ain't on the boo boo like Pimp C say. Get off the boo boo. You did?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Blood, I got a question for you. You ready for this one?
Oh yeah, go ahead, bro.
Okay, so we got a shout out to where's my dude at? Oh man, I lost his name. I'll announce his name, but he wants to know: does Deontay Wilder get into the Hall of Fame, the boxing Hall of Fame, if he never gets a Joshua fight?
Absolutely, he does. Because number one, how do we know what's going to pan in Joshua's career? They're presenting him as an A side. If he was a 5-year champion or something like that, he'd been champ for 5-10 years. Then so he don't need Anthony Joshua. We don't even know what Anthony Joshua is going to amount to. All right. So at this time, all he needs to do is go towards legacy. He has something there. He has that record, that the heavyweight record is to actually go to 50-0, to break the 49-0, and then the 51-0 if he wants to break Floyd's record. Okay. So he has both records there. He could take the all-time record. He's moving towards legacy accomplishment. He's in top 20s all throughout. Go to Wikipedia and put in heavyweight boxing records, and you will see Wilder's name all over the place. You don't see Anthony Joshua nowhere, okay? He don't need Anthony Joshua. He never has to fight him. I believe that if he stays over here, taps into the markets he's tapping into right now, he's already on his way. People got to understand the man is already on his way. The man's a multimillionaire. He's got celebrities in his corner coming out to see him fight. Denzel Washington breaking his neck to get a pick with the champ. He's got all these UK fans over there talking about him and getting all upset and all of that. Me, I talk loud. I just talk like this. This is the way I talk all the time. I'm just kicking it. But I'm not all in my feelings. But these UK fans, they all in their feelings, because now he don't want to interact with them no more. He came back to the cool table. See, we was all at the cool table chilling while they tried to go over there and talk to the little nerds and try to help him out a little bit. They want to act all spoiled and shit. So now he's back over to the cool table. This is where he's going to stay now. Okay, so y'all get off that shit. We don't need you. And once he gets to 45 to anywhere between 45 to 50-0 Hall of Fame career.
Hey, Blood.
Marciano only had like 5 defenses. He won a champ for long. Go look at it, 6 defenses or something. By the time he get there, shit, he already got more defenses than Rocky Marciano already. So
hey, Blood.
Yes, he's gonna be Hall of Fame. We just gotta continue to push the videos, man. Push the video. Fuck them English muffins.
Hey, Blood, you know what else he need to do? He needs to go ahead and hook up with all the urban radio stations, like urban radio stations around the country, man. So like R&B rap stations. He needs to go in there and do interviews with all those R&B and rap radio stations. And then like Black Fight Fan TV was saying, yeah, he should go to Atlanta, but I would like to see him come over here to the West Coast too, over here in California.
Yeah,
fight in LA, and LA, have a fight in LA and try to build a fan base on the West Coast too. Because if he could tap into that Mexican market, it's not just the black market.
He needs to go to the Bay. He needs to go to the Bay, not LA. He needs to go to the Bay. That's
he need to come here too. He needs to come here too.
He need to go. We need to make sure tap into these for real black markets.
Right.
Real black markets where black people for real is factor.
That's right, Black Fight Fan TV. We're going to promote them. We're independent. We don't need England, okay? They could worry about, I'm going to fill a stadium in Cardiff. He has a chance to come over here to Cardiff in front of more media than he's ever come in front of, because he gets to go in front of OFL TV. like IFL TV or some of them motherfuckers got 200,000 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. They're nothing. All of us together got more power than them. Once we put us on, we're gonna get bigger too. Because I'm telling you now, they starting to pour in on my channel. By the end of this year, I'll be one of the household channels.
Yeah, they get
and the Mexicans over here.
Yeah,
the Mexicans over here mess with they fuck with black folks up here. I'm telling you, it's different than it is in Southern California. In Southern California, blacks and Mexicans don't quite get along together, but up here it ain't like that, man. I'm telling you, I got plenty of Mexican homies up here. They cool with us up here. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. It's different up here than it is down there.
Shout out to Angel Santos in the super chat. He says, Wilder in the Hall of Fame. AJ got to come here to make money. The money is here. They can do all the marketing over there all they want. Wilder got the mean green belt. Bomb Squad, LDBC, New Media. Shout out, Angel. I'm gonna go to 503 line. I got a question for you, bro, real quick before we get ready to wrap, and then we gonna open it up. 503, you there?
Go ahead, bro.
Okay, so we had that situation with Charlo's rant this week, and I want to know your thoughts on Charlo's rant when he went at Adrian Broner and Tank Davis.
Oh man, he brought that real Texas, Houston, Southwest side up out of him, man. Anybody from Houston, man, like we cool people, bro, and we always show Southern hospitality, and he always was cool with AB and Tank, showed everybody love, man. But when you got dudes slick dissing and hating and getting mad because you the co-main event, it's a little slick stuff like that, man. Like you don't have to do stuff like that, man. You know what I'm saying? And it was classic, bro. It was well needed. You know what I'm saying? He let the cat out of the bag, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that trio came out of him, man. You know what I'm saying? He was tired of the boo-boo, man, like Black Fight Fan TV say.
He had to get up off the boo-boo. Santee, same question.
Yeah, I feel personally that they needed to be checked by a person that does what they do. It's it's somewhat different when we make videos, which I do believe that they look at and they watch. I went off on Adrian Broner, but my deal is with them in particular is people trying to hit the mitts like Floyd, trying to carry yourself in business standards like Floyd. Floyd, first and foremost, Pretty Boy Floyd did a lot of goddamn work before he started acting nonchalant, not taking fights and doing what he wanted to do. It was a lot of groundwork that a lot of people have missed in the process. They only caught Money Mayweather, so they want to brash into that and tap into that side. And that's why a lot of these assholes and dickheads today are fucking their own career, like a Tank Davis. Because despite what he's being told behind the scenes and skipping out on a Lomachenko fight, there's the possibilities of you winning. Then you can actually do something with your career. And you move up the ladder and you become a household name. And then you're known and you get the credit and the respect that you actually want. But by you acting like you're too good or you forgetting the process of how hungry you were before you even got in front of a television screen, before you got with a Floyd Mayweather Jr. and he was your promoter on the money team. Missing out on shit like that, man, you got to get hit upside your head with a rock every now and then. And I think that's what Jamal Charlo did for both of those young men. And in particular, with Adrian Broner, he said something that stood out so well, and everybody caught on to this. He said, every time I fight on your card, you get your ass whooped. Every time. I don't want nothing to do with being around you or your card whatsoever. Okay? You fuck it all up. I'm on an AB card. Well, I know at least at the end, he gonna get his ass beat. And then here we go again. I've never seen a man with so many opportunities, man, and just fuck all of them up. And to add a little bit furthermore, I won't take up too much time. Adrian Broner, this is his last slice of the pie being unsuccessful. He's not going to get any more dates to where as though he's the headliner. I don't know how the fuck this happened. Jamal Charlo did what a lot of other fighters want to do when it comes to these prima donna sweetheart pussies out here trying to act and carry themselves as a fighter that they didn't earn to be yet. Absolutely, fam.
Mr. Montgomery,
Oh,
Mr. Mont, shout out in the super chat. He says Wilder spoke to Tank on the boxing voice, and he basically said he don't play with children.
yeah, he did. He did say that. He actually did say that, man. He said, man, if you want to talk about me, he said, why don't you come see me face to face? He said, but they know I'm a real one. He said, I don't have to worry about nothing. He also said, man, he said, these dudes, he said, out of here on the streets, he said, there be dudes that be catching fades and stuff like that, man, out there by mention his name now. He said, man, that's how much respect he's developed all over the country now. So, but he basically just said, yeah, he don't feel like dealing with children, and he said, man, he knows that he'll never say anything like that to his face. He said, it's one thing to sneak diss him or to try to diss him without actually saying it to his face, man. He said, but he ain't got time for that little boy. And that's basically what he said. But I want to hop back on with Jamal Charlo, dude. With Jamal Charlo, man, he had to son that dude, man. He's right. Because what he's also said about every time he fights on the card with Adrian Broner, he said, man, I sat there and I whooped somebody's ass. And only thing they can remember is Adrian Broner got his ass whooped. They forget all about my fight. So he tired of that stuff. I don't blame him, man. I don't blame him one bit. He's sick and tired of fighting on Adrian Broner card, and then Adrian Broner get beat up, and then nobody even remember the fact, like, let's just say nobody, but unless that real hardcore boxing fan, but you know, all the casuals and all the other fans on social media who follow Adrian Broner because of social media, only thing they talk about is the fact that Adrian Broner got his ass whooped, and not what Jamal Charlo did. So Jamal Charlo, like, I don't want to be on this dude card. This dude, it hurts my career. It hurts his career by hurting his shine. Like, he doesn't get a chance to be seen out there by fighting on this dude card because he don't win.
Cali Enigma, he said the reason he said they build a card as black and Mexican, and I whooped the Mexican, and Adrian Broner get his behind beat by a Mexican.
Yeah,
so,
you're right. He did say that.
Coming.
You're right. He did say that. He sure did. He sure hell did say that. But he just sick and you know. But he did. It did kind of allude to the fact that, you know, it does take away the shine though. It really does. It takes away the shine because, like you said, Black Fight Man, Adrian Broner is Mexican food, bro. He is. He really is. That should be his new nickname, not the problem. He ain't been a problem for the only one he's been a problem for is himself. He ain't been a problem for nobody else. I mean, he's been the answer for someone else, especially if they've been struggling in their career or they're looking to get an easy victory. Then that's who you fight.
Yes, indeed. Shout out to Yakov White. He says in the super chat, he says, appreciate you, Cass, and the work you do. Bro, this shit moving too fast, boy. Y'all getting busy. And the work you do, the unity, fall in line. Salute, bro. Okay. So go ahead. I'm sorry, I interrupted. Somebody was about to say something.
Oh, I'll go. I actually wanted to go back on Deontay Wilder and what he needs to do too. Yeah, so he needs to he needs to take his show on the road. He needs to build his name up around the U.S. Build a huge name around the U.S. And if you get a big name here, you're gonna be big everywhere else because we are the Mecca. He knows it. Anthony Joshua said that before. He knows where the Mecca is. This is where the money is. This is where the money capital is. You want to get rich, you want to be huge, you want to be a global star, you got to get big here. You can't be a global star without coming to the Mecca, America. So what Deontay Wilder needs to continue to do, like I said, is go speak to the urban radio, make his name known there, speak to some of the local sports radio shows and stuff like that so he can get himself known to some of the other, football fans and things of that nature, people that like combat sports. Because I'm gonna tell you, some of the guys that like UFC, they would like Wilder. They don't know that he exists right now, but they like knockouts. They love the violence. They would watch him because they would love to see someone get concussed. So Deontay Wilder needs to go ahead and, like I said, talk to urban radio shows, talk to sports talk radio, and then if he gets opportunity, he can get on TV, get on some of the local TV shows too, and speak to some of them too, man. Whatever he can. Just make himself available for interviews, and then like you guys are saying, he needs to leave some of these other shows. Man, completely just tune out the UK. There's no reason to listen to the UK anymore because these guys, man, they're all under Eddie Hearn. So with Eddie Hearn, if he's directing them to do something, that's what they're gonna do. If Eddie Hearn tells them that we want to try to set up this fight with Dillian White. That's what they're gonna do. So they were in on it. Sky Sports was in on it. And
so
go for it.
Yeah. Yes. No. Yes, indeed. So we gonna before we get out of here, man, I want to give you guys. Go ahead.
Hey, Junior.
Yes, sir.
I want to let me speak real quick. Take a second, man, on Jamal Charlo. I thought a lot of what he said was true, man, but I'm kind of having this thing in my head, like, he said he'll rip Danny Jacobs' ears off, and I'm like, damn, yeah, that boy do got some big ass ears. And then I was like, but then, but I'm like, now, how is Jamal Charlo gonna explain this though? Because he was right there in Danny Jacobs' face, and where them damn ears ripped off at? How the hell he gonna explain that one?
Mm-hmm. Coach, I'll explain for him. Like I said in my video, Danny Jacobs came up in a situation talking about money. Jamal Charlo said, you can drop your fight and I'll drop my next fight and we can fight next. We can both fight next. But Danny Jacobs talked about he touching some M's. I mean, I'm getting real tired of these dudes saying, oh man, the fight is there to be made. They with the same advisor. Danny Jacobs is signed with Eddie Hearn, but he's still advised by Al Heyman. That fight could be made. Just that, if it couldn't have been made, Charlo wouldn't have been standing in the hallway waiting on him to come out. And for all you dudes talking about Charlo, he ran down on Charlo. Charlo walked through the hallway and sat in the hallway and waited on Danny Jacobs to come out. And before he came out, he said he gonna come out right here, and he stood in the hallway and waited on him. And everything that Jamal Charlo said, okay, and who got a good video on this is Famous Athletic. Okay, you can listen to what Famous Athletic say. I mean, what Jamal Charlo say and what Danny Jacobs say. Danny Jacobs talk about he touching M's. I don't care what you touching, Danny Jacobs. Can you make the fight?
He had a silk shirt on and a pair of sunglasses on, man. He should have got slapped, man.
My thing
he
is,
should have got every bit of slap.
My thing is, when he came over there, man, I don't know, man. He didn't seem as aggressive, man, as he was when he was saying he'll rip the dude's ears off, And I'm sitting there thinking, man, I don't know, man. Coach,
what you want him to do? You want him to pull out? It would have been better if he would have pulled out an axe and chopped his ears off. I don't understand. This is what I don't understand. What I don't understand is why don't if the dude say you can drop your next fight and I'll drop my next fight and we can fight next. We can fight. You understand what I'm saying? Not we can go shoot jump shots. We can fight next.
See,
what do you want?
But see, man, like I said though, he ain't say that in his face.
Yes, he did.
Yes,
he did.
No, I'm talking about Hey, man, I'll rip your ears off right here. See, I kind of get it, man, and I kind of get it. He was keeping his composure. I get that part, but I don't know, man. It seemed like he got a little bit more respect for Danny Jacobs than I thought he did.
I don't agree with that. Like I said, bro. I don't know what these dudes is wanting. The man rolled up on him and demanded the fight, and Danny Jacobs don't want the fight.
That's like his second or third time coming to Brooklyn, though, bro.
He had his shades on and a silk Hawaiian shirt on. He should have got slapped, man.
Did he have a choker chain on?
Oh, nah, man. I don't think nobody's slapping Danny Jacobs fast.
He had a silk Hawaiian shirt on, a jerry curl, and a pair of shades.
And a comb through.
The Dominique Wilkins Duke. He had that Dominique Wilkins Duke.
Yeah, he had a comb through. He had a Donnie's comb through.
But man, it was funny. I came at the perfect time. The perfect time.
Hey, man, he came at the perfect time. They should make the fight. That's all I'm saying. I mean, what are they? I don't know what Jacobs is doing.
Yeah, Jacobs, same thing, man.
I don't know what he's doing.
He was talking about Triple G, man. When he was fighting Gennady Golovkin, man, it was the same. It was about the money, man. He said the money got to be right.
No, that's not. I mean,
That's what he said.
I know he said that, but that ain't cool. They had to chase. Gennady Golovkin was looking for him before he was looking for Gennady Golovkin. Let's keep it all the way true. We were saying for the longest that Danny Jacobs' behavior was suspect. See, Danny Jacobs didn't come out the woodwork until Gennady Golovkin was starting to look a little bit weak. You understand what I'm saying? When he was starting to fade a little bit, then he came out and said he would think about it, and we got all excited. and we start pushing for it. But it was years that Danny Jacobs didn't say a peep, didn't say a word about Triple G, and Abel Sanchez was bringing his name up all the time. Okay. Then it close to the end, he said something about the money. Oh, well, we make the money. If the money's right, and that little old 4 or 5 month gap, the fight got made, and he lost. We say he won the fight, but he lost the fight. I'm not respecting that, bro.
That's all true, but he did the first offer that they
the
gave him.
The man said, let's make the fight. That's what gets me. Let's make the fight. You drop your next fight, I drop mine. I don't know what else we got to say. I mean, do you want us, like I said, did you want the man to literally chop the man ears off and attack him in the highway? And Jamal Charlo said there was the police there. One of the guys that Danny Jacobs was with was the cop.
But yeah, he all over 12, man.
But that's what he was talking like, though. He was talking like
I mean, I'm just saying. Did you hear that, Coach? Did you hear that?
Nah, but what I'm saying.
I mean, did you hear that one of the dudes that was with Danny Jacobs was a cop?
Nah.
Did you hear that?
But see, he was talking like that. That's what he was gonna do when he see him, man. See that? Come on, man. Come on. If you gonna do it, man, man, I rip your damn ears off. That's what you tell him.
But the thing is, Jamal said the thing about ripping his ears. That was more of a response to people saying he got punked. It wasn't that he was saying it like he meant it then. Like, no, that's how he feels now. Because people saying he got punked.
I ain't saying that he got punked. What I'm saying is that I think he respect Jacob a little bit more than what I thought he would. That's what I said.
Well, no, but you know that, Coach. We won't know that till they get in the ring. We won't know that till they get in the ring. See, this is what I'll be talking about right here. We won't know what they're gonna be doing until they get them. We got one man talking about he want to make the fight, and then you got all these other dudes running around saying, "Oh man, all these hypothetical." We can know exactly what's gonna happen if they get in the ring and lace them up. All that other stuff about how much money Danny Jacobs got, and all he talked louder than Jamal Charlo.
That's Eddie Hearn, man. That's Eddie Hearn.
Do you know how many dudes that I have seen in boxing coming to weigh-ins and walking around on that rah-rah stuff, or even in the streets getting knocked out cold?
They're going to sleep. They're going to sleep.
Do you know how many dudes that I've seen on that type of time?
But I agree with that. But nah, man, I'm looking at body language, man. No, man.
No, hey, but you know, there's another video that shows
how much body language I've seen.
Yeah, that's fine, but that's fine. But it's just my opinion.
I'm not feeling that, man. I'm not feeling it.
Nah, it's just my opinion.
It'd be different. It'd be different if Danny Jacobs would have just bowed down to Triple G. It'd be different if he would have just said, you know what? I mean, not Triple G. If Jamal Charlo would just bow down to Danny Jacobs. But that's not what happened. What happened is the fight got offered. The fight got offered. That's all I'm saying.
But the fight got offered by who? And who's in position and who's in power to make that fight? See,
both of them are. I mean, Jamal Charlo, he said it plain. You can drop your next fight. I mean, he said the fight could be next. It could be now. He said we can fight, and then on top of that, before Danny Jacobs even got an opponent. Before Selecki even came about, Jamal Charlo was in the press saying that him and Danny Jacobs can fight. He said the friend stuff is over. I'm not nobody's friend. He said F Danny Jacobs and F Triple G. That fight could have been made before he fought Selecki.
Well, see,
Danny Jacobs, and that's a bigger fight. Let me ask you this, Coach. What's a bigger fight in Brooklyn? Danny Jacobs and Selecki or Danny Jacobs and Jamal Charlo? Where the money at?
Well, yeah, we know it's gonna be with
I'm asking you. Where the money at?
That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is when they interacted and they saw each other. Dude, what I'm saying is he respected him a little bit too much. Now I don't know.
I'm a completely go on the other side of what you're saying. I didn't see that. That's your word. That's subjective.
But that's my opinion, man.
We're gonna use Jeff's word. That's subjective. You say he was scared. I say he was.
I ain't saying that. I said respect.
But when it comes to the facts, when it comes to the facts, it laid out in the facts. The person that's scared is Danny Jacobs because he got an opportunity to take the fight, but he ain't taking it.
Well, that's the same thing. They said he was scared of Triple G and he fought him, man. It don't matter, man. He fought him.
Shout out to Truth Speaker in the shout out to Truth Speaker in the super chat. He says if AJ Ass Juice don't fight Wilder next, but fight Ortiz instead of Wilder, will the LDBC give him any respect for the challenge?
I will. If Anthony Joshua fight Luis Ortiz, I will give him respect. But you know why? Because I don't believe that and I've been vocal and I've said it, that I don't believe that he will fight Luis Ortiz, and I believe that Luis Ortiz is a better fighter than him. So how can I sit here and say, oh, he ain't gonna I can't give him no respect? Yeah, he get respect for me fighting Ortiz.
Yeah, he get my respect too, because he can't. I don't see him beating Ortiz.
I don't see him doing it in the first place. He don't have the heart, man. He don't got the heart to do no shit like that, man. He's too busy. He's not gonna do no shit.
You don't think so?
No.
You think it's curtains?
No, he ain't fighting. He ain't fighting no Luis Ortiz, man. You see that? Remember, you guys remember when Eddie Hearn was talking about vacating the WBA title, and then all of a sudden, Luis Ortiz pops dirty on the test. And funny thing, I mean, I think like whatever months later, whatever it is, he's removed from the rankings. It's just funny how he's not the mandatory. He's no longer AJ's mandatory, huh? Because they were talking about vacating the title, and then all of a sudden, the WBA decides that. See what happened with the WBA decided. WBA decided, man, the sanctioning fees from Joshua are a lot better than it would be for Ortiz. So let's get rid of the threat, and that's exactly what happened.
Yes, indeed. And so this man, it's just a little tidbit, man, brothers. We're gonna go ahead on and wrap it up. This was a little tidbit for y'all that think that we always get along and we always all on the same page and so on and so forth. That is not the truth, man. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Smoke City Mobcast.
Right, and it's all love. It's all love.
Lions Den Boxing Community, LDBC. Be sure to go to the website. The website is housed at www.ldbcsports.com. Also, man, be sure to tune in to the Smoke City Mobcast with us, man, every Wednesday, 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, man. Also, be sure to subscribe to all our individual channels, man. We told you guys how you can follow us and catch up with us. We really, truly appreciate you, man. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And that's pretty much it, man. Salute.
One love, everyone.
Later, fellas.
Salute, everybody. #LDBC, fam. I'm gone.